we're in a jam room too. That's a pretty cool thing to have on tour. I've never seen this. I don't know if this happens often, but like, you guys just hang out beforehand and just play songs?
Well, I mean, it's Billy Talent's
But
idea,
I was told everyone comes in.
Yeah, no, it's open for all the bands to come in and everyone jams on it. And then after the show, it's broken down and this is like the party hang room. So it's really, I mean, it's awesome that they do that because it really has a communal vibe, you know? Because you're always on tour, even though most bands aren't weird about it, you always feel weird about like opening up someone else's dressing room and going in there and being like, hey, what's up, dudes? You know, you don't want to bug everybody. So knowing that there's a space that everyone can go to if you do want to hang out, it's really cool.
You stand on stage right. Why?
I don't. I stand stage center now.
You moved?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Well, why not at the beginning? Why? It's something so different that you don't see too often.
For me, really, a lot of it when we first started playing, it was just me and a drummer. So I would stand kind of facing him so I could be facing the crowd and have my ear towards him. Because a lot of times, you know, you're playing on PAs that you can't really hear the kick, you can't really hear the snare. You have to have a visual connection with the drummer to know what's going on. So that kind of was the case for a long time. But now as we're kind of growing and expanding, you know, we've been bringing another player on tour with us too. And just in order to keep kind of things balanced looking on stage, I don't know, it's a detail that I pay attention to that I'm sure most other people don't.
Well, it's your band though. You're the frontman.
Exactly.
The aesthetics need to be all yours. And you don't have the crappy PAs on this giant arena tour.
Exactly.
Or you have a jam room with its own PA in it.
The PA here in this jam room is, you know, is better than most PAs that we used to play on back in the day.
Let's keep going through songs. Spanish Moss, it has that like Who-ish intro.
Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. That song I wrote again in St. Augustine, and it's really just kind of about getting away, you know, and feeling like, I don't know, feeling like that, you know, I feel like everyone deserves a place for themselves, a place that they feel like it can be home to them, they can be happy and they can feel comfortable. I don't really necessarily feel like I have that, you know, and I feel like I kind of had that for a second in St. Augustine, but it wasn't something that could last for a long time, which was kind of a drag.
You gonna stay in Florida? Yeah.
I actually am living in Los Angeles right now. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So you switched coasts?
Yes, I did.
How come?
Well, when we were recording, my wife was pregnant, and we didn't know when the baby was coming exactly, and we didn't know when we were going to be finished with the record. Well, we knew when the baby was coming, kind of prospectively, but we didn't know when the album was going to be finished. And usually when we're out there recording, we stay in this place called the Oakwoods, which is like a glorified hotel, and it's mostly like child actors and porn stars or drug dealers or whatever that are living in the places. So I didn't really think that was the environment that you should bring a newborn baby into.
So probably not.
Yeah, we rented an apartment out there. So.
Cool. It must be different for you to be on tour this time. To be away.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also we had like a little bit of a break there. You know, we really didn't tour for about a year or so. You know, just kind of needed to decompress. You know.
Cool. High Pressure Low.
High Pressure Low is actually the last song written for the record, and I wrote it. I drove just by myself from St. Augustine to LA to start the pre-production recording process or whatever, and just kind of lost myself for 4 or 5 days out there. And that's the song I came out with.
Cool. How different is driving it yourself as opposed to being on tour and doing it? Was it more freeing?
Definitely. Yeah.
Are there any songs, now that you're playing the live shows with the new record and the new stuff, are there any songs that you think you're not going to play anymore? From New Wave, maybe?
Oh, from older stuff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, songs disappear in the set list over the years kind of thing.
Well, it's tough, man. I mean, you know, before heading out on this tour, especially because, you know, we're playing with George, a new drummer, we basically had to go back and relearn everything. I mean, we spent the first 3 or 4 months with George and the band not having ever played a single older song, only focusing on new songs. So then there came the point where it's like, okay, we're going to have to play some shows. Guess we got to go through and learn the old songs with you. And really, for us, we had to, in a lot of ways, go back and relearn what we were doing, because there was definitely moments where it was like, wait, you're playing that? Well, I'm playing this, and that doesn't go together. So we'd have to kind of rework stuff. And, you know, we have probably a catalog of, I don't know, 60, 70 songs. And, you know, you write them out on the dry erase board, and you're like, we can't realistically keep all like of these songs in shape to where we could just bust them out at any moment. I wish we were that good of a band, you know.
I don't think anyone is.
Yeah. But so you kind of got to be like, okay, we'll pick 25, 30 songs to focus on for this tour, and have those that are in our arsenal. But so there's, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, there's some songs that for whatever reason stick with you through the years and are always fun to play, and some songs
What's an old one? It's like one of your favorites. It'll always be in
I've been
show.
playing the song "Walking is Still on Us" since I was like 17 years old. I'm 29 now. So.
And you still love it as much as the day you wrote it?
Pints
Cool.
of Guinness make you strong. I've been playing that since I was like 17, 18 years old.
It's just a good title for a song.
Yeah, thanks. They also make you fat.
Yes, they do. And St. Paddy's Day is coming up. And speaking, do the set lists change? Are you a band that changes your set list day to day, or
Yeah.
do you try to keep it the same?
I feel like there's certain songs that naturally it's like these are more of opener songs. These are always going to be closer songs. These are good mid-set songs, you know. So some songs never kind of leave their place in the set list in that area, but we definitely try and mix things up and switch out songs for different songs and try and play something slightly different every night at least, you know.
Now that thrash is a hit, do you feel like you have to play it every night?
I feel excited to play it.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially at these shows when that like kick drum and snare come in and it's fucking massive sounding and you look out and people are just stoked.
Yeah.
It's an awesome song to play up here, man.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Does it, having the hit single and now people know who you are? I mean, not that people didn't know who you were before, but I remember reading a quote from you like you were playing to 10 people back in the day. And does it make you nervous to put out a new record and try and recreate the success?
Not for anybody else's reasons. Not because this is expectations, just your own expectations. You know, you always want to feel like that you're getting better, you're still doing something that, I guess it's more so like, you know, I'm a fan of music. I go out and I buy other people's records. And even though I don't know those people, I consider them my peers. They're musicians, they're creating records currently. And so you hope, and even though they might not actually listen, you hope that those other and you hope that the people that you're blown away by are maybe blown away by the work you're doing too. So that's the only time there's ever any real pressure like that. As far as like what fans think and everything like that, I feel like you got to be true to yourself and do what feels good to you, and hopefully other people connect with that. But if you're trying to pander to people and cater to an audience, then it's just going to be horrible, guaranteed.
Well, I think they're going to dig the record. I know I did today.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
And one last question. What was the first record that you got? Do you remember it? What got you into music?
Well, the first cassette I bought was Def Leppard, Hysteria. The first CD I got was Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever.
Oh, wow.
And the first vinyl I got was The Misfits, Die Die My Darling.
Good ones.
Thanks.
And I'm glad you have them all off the top of your head and didn't have wasted no time. It was great.
No worries.
Tom, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's been a
Good
pleasure.
luck with the record.
Thank you.